No skiing today, but we get to walk around the rock face, which is covered with snow here in Shaver Lake. View of Mount Whitney in the background. What a winter it's been in California. And what a season it was for the 49ers, but it ended in that disappointing fashion almost a week ago. We've talked about the 49ers quarterback injuries, talked about some of the blame going around. Let's just keep this simple. Let's keep this in football terms, and let's discuss the importance of the 49ers offensive line. This is something that I've emphasized for years now. For some reason, people didn't want to talk as much about the importance of pass protection back when Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback. I wonder why, but that was something that I brought up every single year because I understand that football is a team sport. Pass protection wasn't good enough in 2019, caused Garoppolo to take that helmet-to-helmet hit, which changed the course of the Super Bowl. Pass protection was even worse in 2020 with a ton of injuries, and that ultimately led to the 49ers just getting KO'd by the fact they couldn't execute any interior pass protection whatsoever when they didn't have that center healthy, when they're down to their fourth string center. And then it started getting a little bit better in 2021 when the 49ers realized they needed to make a major investment, and they did. You can't say that they haven't invested in the offensive line when they have so much money, record money tied up in Trent Williams, when they have so much draft capital tied up in that line between Aaron Banks at left guard, and obviously Mike McGlinchey has been a first-round pick, so they're going to have to figure out what they're doing there on the right side of the line. But anyway, the results have actually come over the past 2 years. For the first time ever, Kyle Shanahan's pass blocking efficiency, or the pass blocking efficiency of his offensive line, ranked in the top 5 this season. So, you're going to have all these takes going around saying, oh, the 49ers, they haven't put anything in the pass protection. It's always been bad. They ranked in the top 5 this past season, and they were around number 12 for the regular season last year. They're below average from 2017 to 2019. So the tangible investment that they've made has yielded some dividends, but obviously it hasn't yielded enough dividends. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen 4 quarterbacks go down. Now, not all of that is the O-line's fault. Again, we're for nuanced discussion here, not trying to say that everything belongs, to one entity when we go to blame. So we have to look at this in terms of incremental improvement of the 49ers offensive line. Can they keep on getting better? And this year, this offseason, I look at it as a project on the right side, right? Look at this left to right. Trent Williams, under contract, still playing all-pro caliber football. I think that, that can be expected to continue for at least another season or two based on watching tape of him, based on how dominant he's been. You go to left guard, Aaron Banks delivered a really good season. It was that second-year jump, even though he didn't play in that first year. And I still think the 49ers can expect a third-year jump because this was essentially his rookie season in terms of playing. Then you have center Drake Brendel. I talked about him yesterday. I mean, this guy was number 3 in pass block efficiency. He's going to be a free agent. He's scheduled to be one, and he held down the fort superbly after Alex Mack left. People doubted Jake Brendel. Shouldn't have doubted Jake Brendel. He's a priority re-sign for the 49ers at that center position. That leaves the right side. And I think that's going to be the project of this offseason for the 49ers if they intend to take that next step. Because that right side of the line, well, you have Spencer Burford. He was a rookie this year. They believe in him a lot, but he needs to take that second-year jump. He needs to get a lot better. They want him to be the right guard. They don't want Daniel Brunskill to have to play right guard. They want Daniel Brunskill, if they keep him, to be a rover, right? They want Daniel Brunskill to be the 6th man because they want an upgrade at the right guard spot. And Spencer Burford's got to take a second-year jump for that to happen. And that leaves the big right tackle spot. Mike McGlinchey, pending free agent. Will he make up the $15 million per year? Maybe. I don't know. Right. Tackles aren't easy to come by in the NFL. Will the 49ers be willing to pay that? Oh, gosh. You don't know. I mean, he's improved over the course of his time. He's an above-average pass blocker now. Obviously, still an above-average run blocker. But do the 49ers in their crowded cap situation have room to fit someone like Mike McGlinchey? Or do they give Colton McKivitz a look? Or do they go to the free agent market? I don't know who's going to be available at this point because you don't know who's going to re-sign their guys. Billy Turner might be a mid-tier option that is available, that was available recently, has played in a similar scheme. Or do they draft somebody? Or do they pick one of those options and draft somebody, which is what I think the 49ers will ultimately do. They have to keep on taking this seriously. They've been taking building the offensive line seriously here for a couple years. It started to pay dividends, but obviously not enough. We're going to be keeping our eyes peeled for what the 49ers do along the O-line this offseason, because I'll tell you this much. It is impossible to win a Super Bowl in the modern NFL without a truly plus O-line in terms of pass protection. 49ers have been working toward that, but last Sunday in Philadelphia, and this, playoff run against Dallas and Philly, the two top pass rushes in the league, those were reminders that just because you're working on it doesn't mean that you're quite there yet. So the 49ers have to keep it up as far as fortifying the O-line. Take a look at the two teams in the Super Bowl, the Eagles and the Chiefs. Those teams have fortified their O-line with some, quality moves, draft and free agency. 49ers have done that too. Banks, Trent Williams, but they have to do more to get to the level that the Eagles and Chiefs have built up front. And here's that view one more time from the rock face at Shaver Lake. Nice little snowman that the neighbors built. And we could zoom in on Mount Whitney. That is the highest peak in the 48 states.